Good morning, everyone. Third attempt to try to make this. First time, I was in my cat's way. She was really upset because she couldn't get to her food bowl. Second time, my dog let out a squall, so I don't know what's going on with her. She has some issues with her back, and I'm like, oh God. So I'm back again to try this the third time. I'm so excited. Today is Sunday, and this is the day that Angie and I will be going for her first couponing trip. I mean, how exciting is that? I am just like totally thrilled. Pumped, pumped, pumped. Um, so yeah, I've got all of our coupons right here. That's a lot of coupons. So we're gonna stock her up. I am going to focus on two transactions. I'm going to do some produce and some of the Campbell's soup because I want to stock up on my cream of mushroom soup and a few other cream soups. I want to stock up on those. I've got a digital for $1 off of 8, but I do have the 40 cents off of 4. So it's still better to use the dollar off of 8 off the digital. So anyway, I'll let her have the 40 cents off of 4. I'm going to do some Clorox and some juices, and I'm going to only get 4 of those Barilla pouches just because I can throw them up in the cabinet and my husband can make his own pasta instead of having to boil water. So anyway, I did a haul yesterday. It was Purex, Clorox. I did some Oreo cookies, and I did 6 of a Windex aerosol cleaner that was on closeout for $1.85. I got 6 of those because I had a 50-cent coupon, so $1.35. That was a pretty good deal. And my girls at work that get the cleaning bags will be like thrilled because they've been waiting for a really good glass cleaner. I did have those Windex wipes. And they got them. They were liked them, but it just wasn't the same. So now I've got some aerosol glass cleaner, and they're going to be thrilled. So for $1.35, I can throw those in the bundle bags, and it's going to be good. But I did stock up on some Puracell, Puracell, whatever. And I stocked back up on that because for $2.99, I have people that want to spend $5 to $6 on them. Yeah. So they get a good deal. I've gotten a good deal, so that way I can turn it over to them. I did spend $44.58 on that. I also got some cat litter and bleach. But I took that off of my left side because that's kind of like my investment. This is an investment into my coupon sales, so I like that. Friday night, I did go get my milk, and I spent 28 cents. I don't keep, 28 cents. Yeah, you still can't see it. For a gallon and a half of milk. I had 2 more of those olive coupons, the $2 off ones. I was going to let Angie use those on hers so she could see what overage would do. But now that we have the PERT coupons coming out, we're going to snatch some of them up and get some PERT. I know it's going to be weird for her because she is a hairdresser. She uses like fancy shampoos and hair stuff. So she's going to be like, why do I want the PERT? And I'm going to be like, oh, it's making you money. You want it. This is what you do. So I'm just so glad that we have one that's going to do some overage so that she can kind of see what overage is all about. So I'm pretty thrilled. I did just go to town and the newspapers weren't in. What the hell? So now I'm going to pick them up and cut them on the fly at the grocery store. Come on, people, deliver them newspapers. Menu plan for the week. I already had it. I was going to show it to you last night when I got home from work, but I ended up with a little news. I couldn't figure out why my husband wasn't eating what I was cooking. He wasn't really talking to me about it too much, but he was like, is there any more of that pork stroganoff? And I'm like, no, you ate it all. He's like, well, isn't there any in the freezer? I was like, no. I never got a chance to put it in the freezer because you've been eating on it. And I didn't want to put it in the freezer since you were eating on it. Well, come to find out, he has a bad tooth. Didn't tell me. So here I am. I'm making hot dogs and hamburgers and things that are like really, really hard to chew if you have a bad tooth. And so I made up a new menu plan last night. It's crazy. So last night I made soup and I made some grilled cheeses, and I made the grilled cheeses soft enough so that he could eat them, um, which he was really needing because he really needed some food in him. Last night I went ahead and I'm going to tell you about what this meal plan is. Um, for last night we had soup and grilled cheeses. Tonight I'm going to make a pork stir fried rice. And for Monday we're going to have a chicken noodle casserole, and I'm going to make it extra large. Um, Tuesday will be leftover night. Wednesday will be soft tacos. Thursday will be a leftovers night. And Friday, I'm going to do hot wings, mac and cheese, and a vegetable. And then Saturday, we will have chili 5 ways. Now, I've already cooked my chicken leg quarters. I had a huge tray of those, and I cooked them in the crock pot overnight. They're already cooked. I've got them in the refrigerator cooling. Tonight, when I get home from grocery shopping or whatever, I'm going to start pulling all that meat, and then I will pop the bones back into the broth that it made, and I'm going to make some bone broth overnight with the bones, so that way I have some broth. So that way, next week, I mean, if his mouth is still as tender, I don't know what he's going to do. I have no idea. I don't tell him what to do. I'm not his mommy. So I'll have some broth, and maybe I'll make some chicken and dumplings, or maybe something with that broth for next week. But I'm hoping that the chicken noodle casserole is going to be soft enough. I'm going to do it a whole lot like the pork stroganoff I made. Only this I'm going to jam pack with spinach. I'm going to jam pack it with cheese. I'm going to try to bump it up as much as possible. I mean, I even have some cottage cheese in there, and I'll probably put that in there to like really thicken it up. Something with cottage cheese is you'd be surprised when you add it to things how wonderful it makes things. I make old-fashioned cornbread, and I found this out just by chance of not having any milk in the refrigerator. I made cornbread, and I used my cottage cheese as my milk. I put a little bit of water in it and kind of stirred it up and tried to get it as watery as possible, so that way the consistency would be good with making the cornbread. Cornbread was done. We took a bite of it, and it was the best cornbread I've ever had in my life. So from now on, instead of using milk in my cornbread batter, I take cottage cheese. I put it in my measuring cup, and I add water to it, so that way it's the same level. And then I've got the best cornbread you've ever had in your life. Cottage cheese and water instead of milk for cornbread. It's phenomenal. So I'm going to put some cottage cheese in here, kind of bump up the calcium, kind of bump up the protein factor of the chicken, because he is having such a hard time eating right now, and this chicken noodle casserole is going to save his life. But tonight he's going to have pork fried rice, and I've already got the pork cooked, and I got it in the freezer. I've already popped it out of the freezer. I'm letting it thaw. So I've got some rice already made. We're going to fry that up. And I'm going to try to get more vegetables in it than just my handful of vegetables. I'm going to throw some broccoli. I'm going to cook it really, really tender. I'm going to try to make it to where it mushes in his mouth. So I'm going to try to make this pork fried rice really, really easy to eat. And one thing I thought about doing, instead of just making it Chinese style, is adding maybe a can of cream soup to it. Maybe broccoli, celery, or maybe the mushroom, and kind of make it a pork fried rice creamy style, so that way that'd have some oomph for him, and it'd be something else I can take for lunch too. So the menu plan this week is strictly for a bad tooth and trying to get some nutrition in my husband. Like I said, I'm not his mommy. I'm not going to tell him what to do, but by God, I've got to make sure that I can feed him, because that's really important. That's a role that I have taken since the very beginning, and it's been over 20 some years. So here we go. This is the meal plan, and I've already got the chicken cooked, so that's good. The pork's already cooked, and it's going to be really easy to make some of this up tomorrow. I'm going to do the pork fried rice tonight. So I am thoroughly excited about this shopping trip. I'm a little nervous because I want to make sure that she saves what I say she's going to save. And like I tell everyone, if you save 50% on your bill, you're doing good. When you start hitting, 75, 85, then you know that you're not just buying what you need. You're just buying the sales and deals and combining it with coupons. Now, when you're doing 100%, what you're doing is you're seeking out, like I do on the Woohoos. I do 100% deals all the time with Woohoos and overage. As a matter of fact, 101% is what I did on that Pantene. That was the percentage. It was 101. That's extreme couponing, but that's what I call my Woohoo hunting, and I love it. I love to Woohoo hunt, and everything on that Woohoo with the Pantene had coupons. I had $1 off on the non-bread. I had $1 off of 4 on those Pringles. Everything that I had coupons with it, except for the gum. It should have been milk. All right, everybody. I know this is like, I look tired. I really do. I'm looking at myself and I'm going, holy crap. But I'm so excited about this shopping trip, and I'm going to take my tablet and hopefully, maybe, we'll do a after haul showing in the cart or maybe in the trunk of her car. We'll see. So I might see you later today. And then I will do my Kroger haul because I'm going to try to keep mine down pretty low this week. I really don't need a whole lot, but I am going to buy a bunch of spinach because I am going to add spinach to every single meal on this list. I mean, lots of it. Pork fried rice is going to have a lot of spinach. This chicken noodle casserole is going to have a lot of spinach. My ground meat for the soft tacos is going to have a lot of spinach. I'm even going to add spinach to the vegetable, to the hot legs, and to the chili in the 5 ways. I already have the chili made, but I'm going to heat it up in a pot, and I'm going to add a bunch of spinach. I need to get this guy. I need to get some minerals in him. So, wish me luck. And I'm so excited. First couponing haul. That might be my next video. So y'all have a great day. Bye.